Imagine not receiving an invitation to Taylor Swift's wedding. But what if this wasn't just an oversight? What if it was deliberate exclusion and you saw it as a personal insult? For Meghan Markle, this became exactly that reality. And we're now in the middle of Hollywood's biggest revenge plot. What makes a former actress so furious about not being invited to the pop queen's wedding? How does this situation escalate from a simple social media drama to a real war between two powerful women? And most importantly, what exactly is Meghan's planned response to this personal insult? But here's what was truly shocking. Meghan wasn't on the list. But Prince Harry's former friends Tom Hiddleston and Eddie Redmayne were. Even more painful was that Kate Middleton's close friend Pippa Middleton was also on the list. The story begins on that infamous Los Angeles evening 3 weeks ago. At one of Beverly Hills' most prestigious restaurants, Meghan Markle and her closest friend Jessica Mulroney were having dinner. The atmosphere at the table was intimate and pleasant until Jessica's phone rang. "Oh my God, Meghan!" Jessica's voice was filled with excitement and shock. Taylor Swift announced her wedding date. And the guest list. I don't know how to tell you this. Meghan's heart began to race. Her relationship with Taylor Swift was complicated, but they had been seen together in Hollywood circles. They had been photographed at charity events. They followed each other on social media. She would definitely be invited. Wouldn't she? What do you mean, Jessica? Meghan's voice trembled with anxiety. The guest list leaked? All the biggest names are on it. Beyoncé, Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez, Emma Stone, Jennifer Lawrence. But Meghan, you're not there. In that moment, the noisy atmosphere of Beverly Hills fell silent for Meghan. Her fork dropped to her hand with a tremble. This wasn't possible. Why would Taylor Swift exclude her? This is deliberate. Meghan's voice shook with anger. This can't be a coincidence. Taylor specifically excluded me. When she returned home that night, Meghan spent hours researching online. She read Taylor Swift's recent interviews, analyzed her social media posts, and most importantly, tracked who among their mutual friends met with whom, and how often. And that's when she discovered the terrible truth. 6 months ago, Meghan's speech at a charity event contained indirect criticism of Taylor Swift's new song lyrics. Meghan thought it went unnoticed at the time, but sources in Taylor's closest circle said this speech deeply disturbed Taylor. Even worse, in that speech, Meghan had made comments about some artists not focusing enough on social issues, which was perceived as a direct reference to Taylor's political stance. The next day, Meghan called her trusted PR expert Sarah Chen. Sarah, do you understand how big this situation is? Not being invited to Taylor Swift's wedding isn't just social exclusion. This means my position in Hollywood is being undermined. This means Taylor is marking me as unwanted. Sarah's voice was worried on the phone. Meghan, maybe you're exaggerating. Maybe Taylor just wanted a small wedding with her close circle. We're talking about an 800-person wedding, Sarah. Meghan's voice was rising. Even George Clooney is among the guests. This isn't a close circle. This is specifically excluding me. And that's when the revenge plan began to take shape in Meghan's mind. Meghan's plan was this. The same weekend as Taylor's wedding, she would organize a massive global humanitarian gala in Los Angeles. The event would be for fundraising for worldwide charities. But the real goal was clear: to steal the media impact of Taylor Swift's wedding. Throughout that week, Meghan organized a series of secret meetings. First, she reached out to some names from Taylor Swift's former friend circles, especially former team members who had problems with Taylor in the past, and rivals in the music industry. The most strategic move was a secret meeting with Katy Perry's manager. Everyone knew about the old feud between Katy and Taylor, and now Meghan was looking for ways to turn this situation to her advantage. Listen, Meghan was talking to Katy's manager Marcus on the phone. I don't want to harm Taylor at all. But this exclusion is unacceptable. If she's trying to declare me socially dead, then I'll set up my own game. Most sinister of all, through Vincent's team infiltrating wedding vendors, small sabotages would be carried out. Last-minute changes to flower arrangements, critical interruptions to the music system, and even catering making small mistakes with some special dishes, at the end of the third week. Meghan had another secret meeting. This time she was facing Vincent Morrison, owner of Hollywood's most famous paparazzi agency. "Vincent, I have an offer for you." Meghan's voice was determined. "I want to plan a special operation for Taylor's wedding night." Vincent's eyes lit up. He was a man who made money from Hollywood dramas, and this opportunity was golden. "What kind of operation, Meghan?" "You'll scout the wedding location and identify security vulnerabilities. While I'm at the gala, your team will be at Taylor's wedding. But not just to take photos. When I want, you'll create a small accident there." Vincent looked at her in shock. "What kind of accident?" "Small chaos in the wedding organization. Maybe a problem with the catering system. Maybe an interruption in the sound system. Or maybe just paparazzi being a bit too aggressive. Just enough to shake Taylor's perfect wedding dream a little." Later that evening, Meghan told Harry about the situation. Harry's reaction was much harsher than expected. "Meghan, this is crazy. What problem could you have with Taylor Swift? She never harmed you?" "Harry, you don't understand the seriousness of the situation." Meghan's voice rose desperately. "This is Hollywood. Being socially excluded here means the end of your career. Taylor not inviting me to her wedding is a message. This message says Meghan Markle is no longer on our level." Harry tried to calm down. Maybe she just wanted a wedding with close friends. Maybe this isn't personal. 800 people, Harry. 800 people. This isn't a close circle. And there are people on the list I barely know. But I'm not there. This can't be a coincidence. That night, Harry and Meghan argued for hours. Harry thought Meghan's planned revenge was too extreme, but Meghan was determined. This wasn't just about a wedding invitation anymore. The next morning, Meghan's phone started ringing. The first caller was Jessica. "Meghan, I'm afraid I have bad news. More details came out about Taylor's wedding list, and ... I think the situation is more complex than you thought." Meghan's stomach turned. "What do you mean?" "There are some names on the list connected to the royal family. Elton John is there. David Beckham is there. ... I even heard that William and Kate were sent invitations." This information devastated Meghan. Taylor wasn't just excluding her, she was also excluding Harry. This was no longer just a personal matter, but a political situation that clearly revealed the division between old and new members of the royal family. Later that day, Meghan expanded her plans even further. She wouldn't just organize an event on the same night anymore. She would also launch a social media campaign sharing personal stories about Taylor Swift throughout the week before the wedding. The most effective strategy was this. Meghan would compare Taylor's feminism rhetoric with the exclusion she experienced. She would try to trend topics like, how can someone who claims to be a feminist icon exclude powerful women? On social media, but the biggest bomb hadn't been detonated yet. Meghan had a video recording of Taylor's behavior at a private party 3 years ago. In this video, Taylor said the exact opposite of what she now advocates on some political issues. However, at the beginning of the 5th week, news came that would change everything for Meghan. Taylor Swift announced that her wedding was postponed. At first, Meghan thought this was the effect of her own campaign and thought she had won. But the real reason was very different. A serious health issue had arisen in Taylor's family, and the wedding was postponed for familial reasons. This news completely shocked Meghan because now all her revenge plans were up in the air. If there was no wedding, the counter-event had no meaning either. Even worse, while Taylor postponed her wedding due to a family emergency, Meghan organizing a lavish gala on the same dates could turn into a PR disaster. This dilemma mentally exhausted Meghan for days. In the 6th week, Meghan made a surprising decision. The gala would continue, but its theme would change. It would be an event themed family support and crisis management. She would give a support message indirectly without directly mentioning Taylor's family emergency. This strategy was very risky, but very clever. If successful, Meghan would both save her gala and appear to take a noble position against Taylor. This plan was very sophisticated. Psychological manipulation. Meghan would simultaneously appear to support Taylor while looking more compassionate than her. Asterisk when gala night arrived, Meghan's event received major media coverage. Especially the family crisis support theme was very positively received. And Meghan organizing such a meaningful event during Taylor's difficult time was applauded. But Taylor's inner circle understood the real nature of the situation. Selena Gomez commented in private groups, "This is manipulation." Meghan is using Taylor's family crisis for her own PR win. Blake Lively was more direct. Performance-level empathy. Real support isn't done this way. Asterisk when these comments leaked to social media, the narrative changed again. Now Meghan began to be perceived as someone who opportunistically exploited Taylor's crisis. Asterisk the situation became even more complex with Taylor's unexpected reaction. A week after the wedding postponement, Taylor Swift published a personal statement. "During family challenges, I felt the support of my friends and community, especially some people showing compassion and understanding even during my difficult time was very meaningful. This difficult time taught me who my real supporters are." This statement was devastating for Meghan because Taylor had indirectly mentioned her gala positively. This made Meghan's entire revenge plan meaningless. Asterisk after talking with Harry that night, Meghan accepted the terrible truth. Taylor Swift had never deliberately done anything bad to her. The wedding guest list was really limited to an intimate circle, and the postponement was due to a real family crisis. Meghan's conspiracy theories and revenge plans stemmed only from paranoia and insecurity. "Harry, I did something terrible," Meghan cried. "I fought against an enmity that didn't really exist. Taylor was never my enemy." Asterisk Meghan, what matters is what you do now. You have a chance to acknowledge your mistake and fix it. Asterisk the next day, Meghan prepared a public apology statement, but hesitated before publishing it. Because saying sorry meant acknowledging the entire situation. And this could completely destroy her own reputation. She remained undecided until the last moment. Should she apologize? Or stay silent and wait to be forgotten over time? Asterisk this decision would affect not only the relationship between two women, but also the concept of female solidarity in Hollywood. Because if powerful women continue to treat each other this way, the entire feminist movement could be harmed. Meghan's single quotes final decision would create a precedent, not only for herself but also for public figures' accountability. And now she had to make that final decision. So what will Meghan Markle do? How will she get out of this situation? And most importantly, how will this entire episode affect female relationships in Hollywood? The answers to these questions will create a deep social commentary not only on Meghan's moral courage, but also on how fame and power change people. To learn the continuation of the story, it will be necessary to continue following Meghan's final decision and its consequences. Because this isn't just celebrity drama, it's a perfect example of the complex relationship between ego, power, and accountability in modern society. Asterisk.